Michael, many congratulations at a dominant start to your World Championship campaign. How would you reflect on that display tonight?
I think in patches, I did well. Of course, there's still a lot of work to do. But if I saw how I was preparing backstage towards what I was doing on the stage, I was a bit annoyed with myself because backstage I was playing and preparing really well. But overall, with my doubles percentage and everything, I can't really complain. I think I did enough. I did the right thing, and that's the only thing what matters. Especially the first game in the World Championships, with knowing I didn't have the best 12 months of my career.
And you mentioned your finishing there. Apart from that one leg, it was superb. That must be really positive for you to build on.
Yeah, one leg in the second set was a terrible leg. Even my daughter could have played better than that leg, I think. But it is what it is. You have to take it on the chin. And shall I tell you something more funny? I won that leg, I think.
You did, yeah.
Exactly.
And whenever you're here at Alexandra Palace, Michael, there's always a real special atmosphere in the air. How much energy does that give you?
If you saw the crowd and everything, it definitely gave me goosebumps, 100%. And they were great. And it gives me energy. I love to perform on stages like this. It does a lot to me. And I think there's still a lot of work to do. But yeah, my campaign started here today and it's going to move on after Christmas.
And we know the World Championship is a different animal, and you've won more games at Ali Pali than any other player. How important could that experience of winning here be?
It's going to be really important, and I feel good about it. But there's still a lot of work to do, and I don't care wherever the expectations are. You need to feel and make sure you're confident with yourself. And I think from there on, I think there's a lot more to go for. The tank is still full. You're welcome.
Michael, many congratulations on the result. At the end of the second set, you didn't seem to be happy with the pace of the game either. Did you feel that was a deliberate thing to try and slow you down?
I think a little bit. He would nenever admit it, but it's also his game. He's not the quickest. Everyone thinks sometimes he can be a little bit quicker, but I know him how he also plays a Pro Tour, so I know he's not a quick player. So I think I dealt with the circumstances rightly, and I don't care what happened for the rest.
How hard have you had to work since Minehead to just be here and be in this kind of...
A lot. Everyone knows how much pressure I put on myself, but only I do it on myself. Also the people around me, the people that support me, the general fans. I always got pressure on my shoulders, and you have to deal with the way you want to deal with it, and that's not always easy. But I know I'm capable of doing that, and I know there's more to come.
We spoke to Vincent in the build-up to the World Championship, and he said his exact words were, Michael needs to be a dart player again. Have you had some harsh words with Vincent between yourselves?
Of course, we had some battles. We always do, and I think that's good. But we also do it in a friendly way. We even talk about politics. We talk about football. We talk about other sports, but also, of course, serious about darts. And I think that's a good thing. And when you battle with the people around you, the people you can trust, I think that's a good thing.
Michael, congratulations.
You're welcome.
Michael, well done. James spoke about his admiration for you. James, your opponent, James Hurrell, spoke about how much he rates you. He thinks you're a fantastic player.
Yeah, he said in the practice room before, and he said to me, my goal was to play you. I know that's an answer. I know that's an answer. That's also the end destination for him. I knew that at that moment, because he was putting so much pressure in his first game to aim to play me. But he will learn. It's his first year. So in my first year, I didn't get any further than him.
You spoke about how this season hasn't been your best season on the PDC circuit.
We can change that in the next few weeks, isn't it? We can change that. I'm still in.
How much would winning a fourth world title turn a season around?
Of course, especially from this position, I think will mean the world to me. But just let it. We're gonna look towards it game by game. Don't make any mistakes, and there's still a lot to come. I know that, but you have to show it time after time.
You spend so much time away from family, being a professional darts player. I guess when you put yourself in positions to win big titles like you will at Ali Pali this year, does it make it worth it when you get to these big stages?
It's not about that. They know it's my life as well. It's not only that I do it because it's my job. I also do something what I love. It's my passion, it's my life. I've been doing it for the last 25 years. I've been in the PDC for nearly 18 years. And I had God know how many tournaments I played in the PDC. So for me, it's not a battle. It's something what I love to do.
Hi Michael, congratulations. You've mentioned twice already in this press conference that sort of under pressure, that you're putting that pressure on yourself.
So I tell you even something more funny. Yeah. I put the pressure on the opponents as well.
Absolutely, but if you're in that situation, you're in that mindset, are you a dangerous beast because your back's against the wall? Will you come out fighting because of that?
That's maybe, but that's for other people to judge about. I only can show and do what I can do. On the stage I have to show everyone what I'm capable of, and I think that's the most important part of my game at the moment. Everyone knows I can throw 180s, I can be dangerous, but I have to show it in the most important moments of my career maybe, and that's what I'm try to aim for.
Michael, well done on that win tonight. You entered this tournament with the bookmakers as 4th favourite. Do you feel like you're being written off?
Could you imagine? 4th favourite and couldn't win a raffle this year? Hey, it's like they still believe in me, isn't it?
Well, it's incredible, really, because I was thinking Michael Smith, he's exited the tournament. He's more than likely going to be drop out the top 16, whereas despite, I don't think you've got a ranking major win on your ranking yet, you're still going to be in the top 4. Do you feel like people write you off far too easily?
Yeah, but if you look to my ranking winnings this year, purely ranking money, I'm still in the top 4 or 5, I think.
Yeah.
So, could you imagine? When I start to play well again, hey, I'm going to be really dangerous. And then everyone has to keep the bum together again.
You've won 3 World Championships so far. You always said that you wanted to beat Raymond's 5. Do you still think you'll get to 6?
No, I never said that. Find an interview where I said that.
Oh, well, I thought I heard it somewhere.
No. When you told, that's not true. If you find, I give you £50 if you can find.
Oh, I'll be spending all night looking for it there.
I'm going to give you a task here. If you can find an interview where I say I want to beat Raymond's 5, I'll give you £50.
I'll be looking.
Good.
But what
it's a promise. It's a promise, huh? I'll give you £50. Otherwise, you have to give me a £5, yeah? Is that a deal?
I don't get paid enough for that.
Because I'm definitely having a £5 in my pocket. I'm not stupid. I did more interviews than anyone else in this building.
What is the target then? Have you got a target?
As many as possible, of course. It's tough, it's hard, and I know I just re-signed my contract with Wimmo for the next 10 years, so I'll be on the scene for a little bit longer. And I enjoy what I do, and I think that's the only thing that counts. So, of course, if I don't win another 2, 3, I will be disappointed. But I know I'm capable of doing it, and you have to try for perfection. And everyone who knows me know how I think.
Brilliant, Michael. Thanks very much.
You're welcome. Try to find them interviews.
Michael, you've always been the guy who's had to deal with the most expectation here, usually all the time. Is the fact that quite a few eyes are elsewhere, does that suit you down on the ground?
Maybe, but I still know there's always eyes on my back because everyone wants to get me out of the tournament. I know that. Of course, there's going to be a lot of pressure on the 2 looks as well, but it is what it is. You have to deal with the circumstances. If it's right, left, I don't care. I just need to make sure I keep performing and I'll keep winning my games.
Would you rather be the man on the spotlight?
I've been there for so long, mate. Don't worry. They can have it. No, of course, but when you do well, that's the price you pay. Then you're going to be in the spotlights, and of course you want to be. You always want to be in the spotlights, and I think that's good. That's what you want. Otherwise, you're not a professional. Simple as that.
Michael, congrats. You almost touched on it back then, but obviously there's been a lot.
Sorry, man.
There's been a lot of conversation around both the Lukes potentially breaking Phil Taylor's record, and obviously it's
don't potential breaking Phil's record, no chance.
But so would you? I mean, Phil won his last in his 50s.
Yeah.
You could hypothetically have another 20 years and still do it.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine?
Would you? Are you writing
no,
yourself
I'm not
off
going to play. Well? You never know, but I still love what I do, and as long as I keep loving what I do, then we're going to see. Of course, I still need to. What else am I going to do? That's always the question I ask myself. What else am I going to do? I don't have enough other things or hobbies to fill in all that time. Of course, my kids and wife are really important in my life, but darts is a really big part of my life, and everyone knows that.
So no retirement anytime soon, then.
I just give you the answer. I just re-signed with Wimmo for the next 10 years, so I'm definitely not going to stop before that.
Hi, Michael. I'm with German newspaper Süddeutsche Zeitung. congrats.
Hello, guten
Hi,
Abend,
guten
alles gut?
Abend. And I spoke to a couple of German players, and they say strength training and also fitness training is getting more important to them.
Of course, I
and
do.
how is that for you? Have you changed anything within the last couple of months or years?
I think the most important thing is the love for the game. The mental aspect is really. But a lot of players are quite weak. They're not strong, so then they need to try to find people to help them. But you need to try. Be yourself. You got the big players in the world. They're born with a talent and they're born with a certain type of lack to anything else in the world. And they don't need that. Of course, you go. How do I say? To answer your question, yes, of course, it starts to get. Because if you look towards how the system is working at the moment, younger and younger players are doing well, and I think that's good for the game. But still, you always will see the people that are the most strength in the head will come on top of things.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Come on, what do you want to ask? I know. I could see it.
Yeah.
He was hesitating, trying to ask.
Michael Smith, he's going for a bad time. Obviously, he's going to drop down.
I know how he feels. He got a tough time, but he's a lovely guy, and hope he is going to enjoy his Christmas and New Year to make sure he's going to be back on the tour stronger next year.
You think he will? You think he's got the talent to bounce back and rise?
He's got the talent.
Yeah.
I class him as the top 5 talented dart players in the world.
On a somber note, before the tournament, we heard that Donna Mardle had unfortunately passed away. Have you spoken to Wayne? And your thoughts must be.
The day I heard, I gave him a text. Of course, yeah, it's very sad. I know him for a long time. First time I known him, 22 years ago when I was 13. The first time I met Wayne Mardle, and of course Donna. Was his life really sad?
Michael, congrats. In the quarterfinal, you could face Martin Schindler. How realistic is that for you, and what can Martin Schindler
I don't know.
achieve?
You can better ask him that question. How realistic is that for him?
But for you, it would be interesting
No.
too.
I don't know. I don't know how his way is. I don't know who he's gonna face. You don't know. It's a little bit far away, if I can be honest.
Yeah. And what do you think in general can Martin Schindler achieve at this World Championship and in his career?
I don't know. Yeah. There is the only German left in the tournament?
Another one.
Florian. Of course, he did well today. He did well today. I have not seen him play for a little bit of time, Martin Schindler, but yeah, I hope they do well. But for the rest, I don't really care, to be fair.
Yeah. Next year, there will be probably 128 players at the World Championship.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a good thing or
how
it's
more
too
players, how more people, and how more people that can earn a living out of the sport of darts, I think is a positive thing for the sport of darts worldwide. Yeah. And of course, the more the better. Shall I say it that way?
Even though the seeded player would have to play 7 matches too.
Sorry?
Even the seeded players would have to play 7 matches.
You don't know that. You don't know the rules. I don't know the rules either. Probably. That's just guessing. It's like, you gave the answer. There's no answer yet. You can better ask him the question to him.
I will do.
Sorry?
I will do.
Good.
Thank you.
This potentially sets up a tie with Brendan Dolan. Little maybe give back to him after the 2023 match play. Does that give you a little extra motivation?
Yeah, but I've played him a few times in the meantime as well. That's the way I think. But Brendan is a good player. He didn't have I thought had a bad year, but Brendan doesn't go through his best phase in his career as well. So I need to make sure. But you never know. He might lose first game. You don't know. I have to prepare myself on my own game, and I shouldn't look to anyone else.
Can I just ask, will you be watching your opponents playing over the next few days, and specifically, will you be watching them tomorrow night?
If you know me, I never will play. I never watch darts. 2, I don't know when they play, and 3, I don't really care.
So you haven't. The world is watching Luke Littler on Sky Sports tomorrow night, and you've got no interest in watching.
No, not really. I see him I see him every week. Why would I care? I know. Who's he playing? Ryan Michel. Ryan is a good player. Of course, Luc is massive favourite, but Ryan is a quite slow player, so maybe could have some surprise. You never know. Wouldn't be the first tournament he loses first round this year as well, huh? Aye, aye. But I still expect him to win. He's great. What he did for the sport of darts is amazing. You're welcome.